Thanks for tuning in. Quick message for you before we start this week's podcast. We actually managed to lose the audio files. They ended up getting corrupted for this week's episode. You'll find out how we managed that in a future episode. But I just wanted to say before we start that, the audio is coming from the phone rather than from the microphones that we have. So the quality is less, which I think is a little bit of a shame because I thought this episode was really good and it definitely takes a dampener by the fact that you struggle to hear us. But anyway, I hope you enjoy.
We're not doing intros anymore anyway. Sam must help me off for it. So basically, Shelfhead's come in and ruined everything I've done. Oh, I said Shelfhead, so I can't say Gollumn.
Unlocked. You've got a set recruitment. We shall sing it in harmony.
Been a while. How are we doing?
Yeah, very good.
Last time we had a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I know. Everyone have a good Christmas?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Did you get as much?
Yeah, I was at the oldies, didn't I?
Did you? Oh, yeah. How did that go?
Yeah, good, mate.
Did you have a good Christmas, mate?
Yeah, it was alright. Traffic was appalling again.
Oh, yeah.
You've been stuck.
Yeah.
You've been stuck on the
I feel like your hair hasn't changed since. I feel like it's very similar.
Had you cut again?
Yeah, do you know what? I went to the barber's and I was like, right, can you do the exact same haircut that I had for the Christmas special? Again, please. And he was like, yeah, sure, no worries. So my hair's the same. Traffic's still bad. Christmas was good.
Different jumper though.
Obviously, now we should say we're recording this straight after the Christmas special. I think we might as well.
100%. I'm not going to say it.
I thought we were playing it good.
No.
100%.
I think we've got to say that what we decided to do is we've decided to roll straight from recording the Christmas special to doing what we're going to call Gigify Wrapped. Okay, mate.
Gigify Wrapped?
Do you like it?
Gigify?
So that's Spotify, isn't it?
Oh, right,
That's
yeah. Gigify Wrapped.
What do you want to call it?
No, I like it. I'll get on board with it.
Gigify Wrapped.
Yeah.
To talk about just like what we've been through this year.
Bloody hell, mate. We've done lucky to get out of been through the trenches.
It's been hard, isn't it? But before we do, should we chat about Lucy? You like it?
No, she's made it to every bloody episode. Has someone done something to my mic? I feel like it's suddenly so much louder.
You keep
Never mind.
You keep bringing it up, mate. So I
It's it's nothing to stop it.
What?
You've brought her back into this episode. 5%. Anyway,
I'm going to see how many episodes I can get her into.
we thought we'd jump on and do a podcast of 2024, really, isn't it?
I think I say 25 again. I keep saying 25.
Well, you might have. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just obsessed, mate. Just ready for that next year.
Yeah, when you said 2024, then I was like, oh, fuck, did I say 2025 again?
You might have done. So yeah, we're just gonna again in kind of gig fashion. We have like a rough idea. We don't really have a plan, do we?
Someone's just got his head.
But we're gonna talk through, I guess, what
we've built this year.
What we've built, maybe some like milestones or like or any issues we ran into, or are there any points where we've gone like, God, that was a waste of time, or
Probably. Yeah, there's probably loads of stuff like that.
Some learning curves and just talk shop a bit, I guess. Really talk around
and also plan for next year. Maybe just not like plan it out, but maybe talk just about what we're going to do next year, where the direction of the product is going to go. I'm going to move this cushion behind me because I'm a bit like, oh, that's better. I was sinking into the, you don't want me thinking that's better. I'm front and centre now.
It's all there now.
Yeah. Do I look good? Is my posture better? I've shuffled myself. Yeah. That's good. 2025 as well. But before we do,
yeah. He was making you tall.
Yeah. You guys are sorting out.
I thought he was doing an impression of me, like in the corner. Yeah.
I was doing Gollumn.
No, bad. Finish. Go on, you were going to say?
I don't know. I like being sandwiched between Frodo and Gollum. Oh, Samwise and Gollum. My brain served me out the wrong person. Before we jump into knick-knacks chit-chat, I've got a Shan the Flasher update as well.
Right, okay.
Which I didn't talk about.
Shan,
are you over Shan the Flasher?
You spoke about it in episode 3.
Yeah, that's the only one you listened to, right?
Hilarious.
A person called Shan,
yeah,
who's a photographer.
Yeah, she does look
sometimes puts the flash on.
No, and she gets stuff done in a flash. Well, she's creating a G.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you mentioned that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just mentioned that.
So I got an update from Shan the Flasher this week as well.
She said, "I
Um,
lied."
Yeah, no,
It's
she
not-
said it was all a lie. I'm gonna have to take a bit of a gamble here because there's lots of stuff going back and
We could have got this ready.
Oh my god, I just got an update of the sign and it looks sick. So sick. If you want to keep it surprised, let me know. If not, I will send it over to you. Yeah. Taskmaster, thank you very much for sending them through. Loved the the T1, that really made me chuckle. Yeah. Also, shout out to Shan the Flasher.
She just shout herself out. Shout herself out.
She's to the Shan the Flasher. So yeah, she's got the
That's
G
sick.
ready to go. Apparently, it is mobile as well. It
Mobile.
lights up and
It's
it's
got wheels and
it
everything.
lights up and it's mobile.
Wheels done.
Got wheels and
mobile.
Yeah, so it lights up and it's mobile.
That's really cool.
So big news. Yeah, sorry about getting it wrong with the first one. I was listening to it and I was like, I'm sure the voice note she sent me was way more enthusiastic than what she's saying here. So, but I'm excited for that. That'll be a big episode when we get that up.
Yeah, I won't be there.
Why not? I can wait until
Oh, okay.
we do an episode when you're there as well.
All right.
Yeah, get you in. We can get everyone together.
We put a little like fabric over the top of it.
Yeah, I can do a big
call to reveal.
A little curtain.
Yeah. I'll make a little curtain.
So it's portable, so it's got a stand or.
I don't know.
Okay.
She's not sent it to me yet. I said to her just keep it a surprise.
A
But
little stand.
the first message was obviously you might have your G before Christmas. So I don't know if we mentioned this, but yeah, she's basically making us a light up G that's going to go in the podcast studio. And she said first of all it might not be done for Christmas, and then she's messaged me to say it's done. In true Shan the Flasher style.
Oh, so it's done.
Oh, it's done, baby.
Right, yeah, sorry, the first voice note confused me. Gotcha.
Correct. So the first voice
Yeah,
note she
yeah.
was saying it might not be done. The second one she's like it's looking.
Right, so next episode.
Well, I don't know. Depends. I'll see her Friday, won't I? I'll see her.
Yeah.
This week.
And she mentioned Taskmaster.
Yes.
That was an episode 3 thing. You touched upon Taskmaster.
Ah, yeah.
As I said.
So
But I didn't actually, like, listening back, I didn't actually understand the game.
Oh, have you seen the TV show?
I've seen the TV show, but like Shan the Flasher has made up a Taskmaster game.
Correct.
So what did you have to do?
So
you said, oh, I've done my video, I've not done my video.
Yeah.
It's all a bit like, I was
So
like,
we
what the hell's
both,
going on?
I think we got different tasks because there's 8 of us, I think. So there's going to be
Yeah.
4 and 4 against each other. And she's given us 4 tasks. So one task was I had to do like a captivating scene in reverse so that when she reverses it, it will be forward,
Oh, wow.
which we could talk. I can't talk about it. I can't really
It's
tell
gonna be
Luke
Christmas.
about it.
It's this Saturday is the big
Oh,
reveal.
right.
So when we get together for like one of the next podcasts, this weekend coming, we're doing the Taskmaster.
Oh, cool.
There's some good, So it's just a bit of fun. And I assume maybe on the night that she'll have some kind of there and then tasks as well. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know actually.
If it's just 4 tasks, or we might actually have some tasks on the night, because like they do in Taskmaster.
Yeah, that would be good.
So,
So I had to video a minute making the most creative.
Don't give it away.
No. So I can say this, can't I? So I can
Fine, but we'll know
my
yours,
task-
'cause-
yeah. So my tasks were to make the most creative sandwich in a minute. I had to make a eyebrows and moustache out of bread within a minute, and I had to put something scary underneath the cup and reveal the scary thing under the cup and film my reaction of said scary thing.
Cool.
And then the fourth one is I had to take a photo of something that was surprisingly clean.
Okay.
So I went straight into Sarah's pants drawer.
I really don't do that.
I was going to say as well, like, will you update like the LinkedIn page with pictures of these things?
The
But perhaps not that last one.
The LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Will
just
you put these on LinkedIn as well?
Yeah, put these on LinkedIn
Oh, right. The LinkedIn
So-
page.
so people will understand what the hell you're talking
Oh, I
about.
can.
When the events happen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, we can obviously
But
talk about it.
obviously not the final surprisingly clean thing. I don't think people, nor Sarah, would
We
appreciate that.
appreciate her pants being
Mix on the.
whipped around. Yeah, there's one video that I said, because I said to Gollumn in
No. No.
Gollum.
I don't know how I feel about this. Gollum. Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
No one else to say so.
You went like that, Gollum. You knew I was going to react to that. You knew it. Oh, Gollum over it.
Okay. Oh, Gozza.
Stop that. Stop it. Right. Come on.
What you
I
say?
can't even remember what I was saying.
So we're going to
Oh.
Taskmaster.
Oh dear. What did I say to
Don't know
Gollum?
about
Oh yeah,
them, what
I
they
said
say.
to him that there's a video that Sarah's done for her side of it that was very funny. It was very good. And
Which
but
task?
I won't say because I'll spoil it for you.
Oh, you can't even say which task.
No, I'll just leave it. I'll leave it all for the.
My tasks were like the reverse one that I said. Had to do something funny with like a handful of flour, something like that. Had to like we've had a minute to make myself look like a famous person with loo roll. And then I can't remember the other one. Oh, I had to take a selfie with an object that resembles me.
That's cool. So, but as
I
long
wonder
as
what
you
I
guys
did.
update us on what those are.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's hanging.
Yeah. So you want to see the end results? Okay.
Yeah, or
We'll see.
online. Yeah.
Because what I could probably do is I could probably overlay it on the YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So for people that are watching, I can overlay the videos.
Well, by the time this one goes out, it'd have been done. Right?
Yeah,
So
maybe the
we can go
Taskmaster
together.
will have been revealed by this point. Oh, so you want me to put one here?
Oh,
That's a shout. Yeah, I could do.
Yeah,
This would be fun.
maybe. I don't know if I want these videos going
No.
viral, but
Why's that?
oh well,
Embarrassing.
you see them.
I caught
you should see the famous person who made it out toilet roll.
Yeah.
I just Gollum's in my head now. I just can't think of anything but. I got a video of you singing to yourself recently as well. We could try and send that viral. Fancy that one?
Is that when you were in the toilet?
He was in the toilet earlier,
Yeah.
singing a theme tune, and I was like, "This is a good moment." So I thought I'd try and capture that.
It's not ideal, but
I'm excited. I think it's good when we do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like this weekend, it's Saturday. Be good. Pick you and McVitz up and run you down there. It'll be good. They're doing a Mexican night this close to Christmas. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it'd be good. It will be good. What will we say? Oh, but yeah, but I'm excited to see this light up G, definitely.
Yeah, like G will be
The
good.
big reveal. I'm looking forward to that.
I will try and work it out.
Zhuzh it up.
We can be all together for it because I think probably next time we do one together, it'll be me and Andy will come down to you.
Yes.
We'll come down to Essex
Yeah.
and we'll figure it out and
We'll jump. Yeah, we'll
You can
Get
deal
the-
with the M25.
get
Yeah,
the mobile G.
we'll deal. You want it right? Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
well,
yeah. No,
Well, she said it's mobile.
right, yeah,
So-
Wheels and a motor.
yeah. Fucking hell.
Zip
Am I
through
going
traffic.
to end up lugging round this like light up shitty the whole time? For fuck's sake.
We have to find studio number 3 near me, though, right?
Yeah. Well, my mum's gaff is an option.
Yeah, you're poor.
She'd love it.
Then
She'd
you
love
come
it.
back, and then you've left, and now you go back again.
She'd love it. Yeah,
Get her in, little guess.
that happened with Get her in, Trace.
Yeah.
Get her.
Come on, guys.
She sounds like that guy of the dodgy videos. You know that guy?
Yeah, right.
She sounded like a super lovely guy.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Yeah, she probably would come on. I don't know how much interest she would be. I don't know what.
I think so.
You think she'd be
Well,
interesting?
you should not from perhaps a recruit point of view.
First podcast guest, my mum.
Oh, she's a business owner.
She is a
Yeah,
business.
you know.
She's been running a business for over 20 years. Yeah, that is
Right.
very true. And she has some great stories.
She does.
She has some great stories. But we can't do that. It can't be like, oh yeah, who's your first podcast guest? It was my mom. It's like, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah, no.
This is going to be a serious business podcast. Who was your first guest?
Is it?
Well,
100% not serious, is it?
yeah, no.
How long?
Yeah.
What, 15 minutes in, you've laughed for 14 minutes.
Oh dear, sorry.
I suppose that's a good segue, though. Let's
What's
bring
that?
it back, right? So, obviously, we started this podcast not long ago. You guys have been in most of the episodes.
All of them.
All of them.
We've not missed
No,
one yet.
sorry, you've been in most of the episodes as just you two.
Right.
And that's going to kind of be a theme going forward, right? I'll be in as many as I can,
Yeah.
but it'll be you two going forward. And then, what's the plans for 2025?
I think on that though, just quickly with that, I think you coming in every 3 or 4 works, because we did one last week, didn't we? Which they won't have heard yet, and it was actually pretty flat. And I was like, we need Samwise back.
Yeah.
I was like, we need you back in.
We saw each other in the morning. We were both. I was like, I'm shattered.
Yeah, we were
I'm
very
shagged.
tired.
I was like, yeah.
That's fair, but like 2025 though,
yeah,
we want guests on, right? We want to break it up a little bit.
I think so.
We want to keep it at some sort of subject around recruitment.
Yeah.
Do
you think guests would want to come on?
Yeah.
Do you think we've created an environment that's guest friendly?
If they want to have a laugh, I reckon they'd be interested.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like the guests aren't going to come on and try and sell themselves. Obviously, like the audience being other recruiters, it would be pointless anyway. But I think from like an awareness point of view, like you've got a couple of people in your network that, let's say, obviously people know about Team already, so that's probably a good fit because other recruiters listening.
Yeah,
we've already spoke about like knitting. Obviously, he's got his own little thing happening.
Yeah.
So there's guests there that I think would be of value to the listener.
Yeah.
That like you could probably have a laugh with. That wouldn't necessarily be about just selling the recruitment the whole time. Like, people don't want that.
That's true.
And similar to like you going on to what's her?
Kate's,
yeah, Kate O'Neill's. You didn't try and sell yourself the whole time. There was a subject and you spoke about it.
I think that's the best way.
Yeah.
Because I think like if you just jump on these things and do just start selling yourself, it just gets a bit like blatant, I feel. But Nitin said when I met with him the other week or a couple of weeks ago, he said he'd come on if we wanted to. We actually in the pub we're talking to Saeed about coming on, weren't we? Which was quite funny.
Yeah. Because he's also looking at setting up his own one, I think.
His own podcast.
Yeah, from what he was saying.
Right.
But yeah, he'd say he said he'd be interested in coming on.
Yeah, but he said he'd be interested in coming on. So he's like, "Oh, I'll come on as a guest," type thing. And he then proceeded to go on telling us about like how many podcasts he turns down because he gets asked to come on a lot. And Andy was like, "Oh, I see what you're doing. You're lining us up to ask you," and he's gonna go, "Nah,
I've listened." I don't mind.
Yeah.
Which is when he then went on to basically say, "Oh, these two are twats."
Yeah, he called his twat.
Yeah, that's how it happened.
That's the twat thing the other day.
I mean, I agree with him, but
He called his pair of twats.
Just because we were basically just laughing. That was it. So
nice.
We like to laugh.
Yeah.
But I think that will help break things up as well.
What if we get guests?
Yeah.
How often would you say get a
Well,
guest in?
when you two are fed up with each other,
Yeah.
I'm not about.
Yeah.
I think like some sort of cadence there to be like, I'm here every couple, as a guest every couple.
Yeah.
And you two
Do a
your
couple.
thing.
Yeah, I think that would work quite nicely. And the other thing is, right, and this is obviously a bit, don't know, clickbaity, but the value of bringing a guest on for us, I suppose, is it then spreads to their network.
Yeah.
Like that's the value for us, isn't it? If we're trying to get our message out there, just thinking selfishly a little bit. But if we're going to do that, we should put a structure in place, because otherwise I won't do it.
Oh,
Like I mean, you need a guest 1 in every 4.
yeah.
Otherwise, I won't. Do you know what I mean? Like if I don't have a clear instruction, you know what I'm like. I just like unless it's clear that okay, we're bringing on guests every 4th episode, I won't do it.
Yeah.
So we should.
And obviously, I think you spoke about this probably in episode 3 again. You mentioned about how you like doing the face to face.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's where kind of it gets a little bit trickier.
Yeah.
Like travelling up to, you said the Hebrides, but
Yeah. Out Hebrides,
which is Scotland.
Scotland. Yeah. So he knows.
Yeah,
his stuff. He
yeah.
knows.
Which
He
is
knows.
Scotland, but like, yeah. I think it would be valuable, and obviously if you could have a laugh with people as well, like, let people loosen up.
Yeah. I
That'd
think.
be good.
I think we wouldn't do that. I think we'd do the serious thing very poorly. You know.
Yeah, but that's what I said when you said about jumping on a podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not. Yeah. So.
Yeah, fair. So I think it's a good thing to do. Like have a clear structure for how many times we get guests on, and I don't mind running around with the G. I'll just be shipping this thing up and down the country. The other thing,
The mobile G.
yeah, the mobile G. The other thing, what's that?
With the wheels on the motor.
Driving it up the M4.
Oh, the mobile G would look good in secret project yet to be revealed.
Yeah, I know. Secret
Wouldn't it?
project. Yeah, you know about secret. I forget.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Secret
yeah.
project. I like that name for it as well. Secret project,
yet to be
comma, yet to be revealed. I'm a big fan of that.
That probably won't happen
One
for a
day.
long time.
Yeah, one day. Secret project
But that look
yet
good.
to be revealed. It would be. It would very, very well. But the other thing that I was thinking of as well is if we start going to events like industry events, that's just an excuse to do it all day, right? Like take this clobber with us
Yeah.
and just sit there with the 3 mics set up.
Well, we spoke about getting a booth at like the next rec show, didn't we?
Yeah.
Take Mobile G.
Yeah.
Take this stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, very cool.
We
That's
would
obviously-
only need a little booth for that. Some chairs.
Yeah, that's exactly what Nick did at the last one.
Yeah,
He was
really cool.
he was stuck in a corner with all his podcast equipment up, and he was just cycling guests around like every 15 minutes or whatever, or he was just doing it in little slots, which is just like bags of content for him.
Yeah.
Which works really well. And I think to get like, I don't know how big this platform is going to get. It's obviously not very big at the moment, but it's like if we could give some kind of platform to early stage businesses, I think that's quite cool.
Yep.
Rather than bringing in like what other people do and say, oh, this person billed $2 million, right? And their story is like, oh, they couldn't afford a toothbrush and now they've got 2 million in billings. We could be talking to the people that can't afford a toothbrush.
Maybe we should take them a gift of toothbrush.
Every guest that comes on, you get free toothbrush. There you are.
Perfect.
You heard it here first.
I'm probably like,
I need to sit back 30
bad
seconds. Talk amongst yourselves.
So, yeah.
You don't need me.
I just realised, Andy.
Yep.
Like talking about Lucy. Why she labelled this?
Yeah, do you know what? I saw that same thing. She's with this is going to be cut out,
Has she
but she's-
labelled all of this stuff?
She's no, she's
She's
not
putting
labelled.
stuff in.
Well, I don't think so.
It's just like going around
Either
with
that, or
labels.
she's using this as like a stop just to be like, yeah, I'm done. Andy. That's not I'll go. But my guess is she took it to uni or something.
Okay. I just saw it. I was like, what?
Yeah, I did think that. I saw that the other day. I
We'll
heard she
have
was
to
going
keep
to
an
mention.
eye out, right?
I'll slowly start seeing labels on my stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
What's happening?
Someone has just spotted
There's
Lucy's labelled her.
There's a label there. Lucy's marking her stuff.
Oh, so he's allowed to speak about Lucy, but I'm not.
Well, no, that
it's gonna
was
get
that
cut.
was being cut.
Oh, is it?
It probably won't.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It
That's
probably
too much of a
won't.
So
fact.
I leave the room for 30 seconds and Andy started talking about Lucy again.
No,
Yeah.
Is that what
No, he did.
No.
Yeah.
Literally, I left the room. I come back. He's
You
talking
get
about
evidence
Lucy.
of someone's going, sorry to bring up Lucy.
Yeah,
Did
he
you?
did.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't have. Because I could have backed you up there. I could have just cut that.
Cut
And I think it just made him look like an absolute.
Someone says nothing, you blank that out, and then all of a sudden I just go, yeah, well, I think Lucy.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
dear, great.
Yeah.
But where were we?
I left you guys. I think when I left the room, we decided that
Talking about the.
we're going to
how
get
we
guests
set
on
up.
and we're going to give them a toothbrush if
And
they come on.
oh, that
to
was
the
it.
podcast.
Yeah.
So they'll get an orange toothbrush if they come on. Any guests, message me and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I reckon we start. The first point of call is to start lining up some people that are interested.
Okay.
So if you do listen to this and would be interested in coming on, then drop us a message,
Yeah.
and then we'll start putting a plan together.
Yeah, if you send your send an email to gollum@gighire.com.
I'm gonna set up. I need to spell check Gollum. Like, is it 1 L or 2 L's?
I don't know.
I think it's 2 L's.
I'll get Lucy to the label.
Get Lucy to start sticking Gollum labels around the flat
On his clothes.
on his pants. Gollum's tidy whities.
I blame Lauren for this because it wasn't like it was a bit of a joke, but then this picture that's
Oh,
come
this
through.
is just straight brilliant.
Oh, well, where do you draw the line? I don't know. Nicknames.
When I go to HR, that's when we join.
Right. Yeah. Oh dear. Gollum@gighire.com.
No, that's funny, hilarious.
I won't be able to let it go now for a long period of time. So should we talk about what we're doing then next?
Giig wrapped up.
Yeah, Giig wrapped up. Oh, so we're going to talk about 2024.
2020. You know what?
Highlights of 2024.
Yeah, nobody knows this because nobody reads it. But throughout this whole year,
I read it.
You two read it.
Yeah.
Well, Andy might not.
I do.
Oh, okay. So throughout this whole year, I've been doing like Medium posts every time I do a push, and I suppose the benefit is now we can look back and see everything we've built. And actually, like I was just looking back at January of 2024.
Yeah.
And we added some stuff in January which I feel like have been in there years.
Right.
And it's actually a surprise we never had before.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty cool to look back and see this.
I think
stuff. I don't know how.
I got that. You know, we do our quarterly catch ups.
Yeah.
I got that once when we did a quarterly, and I went back through your logs of like everything we'd built in that quarter, and I put it into a slide, and I was like, "Geez, Jeez Louise, man." I was shocked at how much we'd done. You forget, like, because
it's been there a lot longer.
yeah, because you don't get any time to sit and think about what you've done. Because I'm just like, this is what's next.
Yeah.
So it's
So true. Yeah.
yeah. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not like we sit and reflect and go,
It's
"Good
always,
job." It's
always
like
on to the next.
Well, there's always a lag between development and testing as well, isn't there?
so
So
makes sense.
in that, like, you're super busy, so
Right.
it's like I'll tell you I've done.
Yes, yeah.
And you're
Sometimes
like, cool,
there can be
I'll
get to it.
find a
Fit it in somewhere.
yeah, I'll find some time somewhere. So it's like I'll finish it, I'll push it to our testing place, and I'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah,
And then it'll be like 2 weeks later,
yeah,
manage to test it, so I'll
We
go
go-
back.
we
to
go
it. So
back.
it's like we're constantly moving.
yeah. We work in a very weird cycle.
Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
odd one. And then stuff happens. Like yesterday, I was in the support chat with some guy for like 2 hours. I'd say best part of 2 hours.
Yeah.
A lot of back and forth on that.
Yeah.
Trying to.
That's not normal though.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is yesterday was my day of like, I'm really going to focus on testing. And then you get something like that come up where you're like, okay, now I've got to address that. And because you don't want to leave it. And then you're like, right, okay, so that pushes you behind a little bit more. But yeah, no, I think as a small team, we get through quite a lot and do well. What do you got for us?
So like prior to Jan,
Yeah.
we didn't have a way to view a contact, which is mad. Which I think is mad.
So if someone added a contact to the platform,
Yeah, it'd just be like a list in a table.
so we had no
right.
card.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
Jesus.
She just had candidates,
candidates,
CVs and stuff. You could have that.
What about
but there was
companies? Companies was
Oh, I mean that might have come even
with
later.
that.
I don't know. That's
Wow.
not even part of this.
So the ability to view a contact.
That's basic stuff, isn't
I
it?
think company probably came at the end of 2023.
Right. Okay. So then.
Yeah, the ability to view a contact, and then we've got like mass email, and with that came mail merge. Our job board widget, so that was one of the job board widgets.
Okay.
Actually, it's scrapped.
Yeah, that doesn't
Right,
exist
yeah, that
anymore.
doesn't
That goes to show you, doesn't it?
The job board widget.
Yeah. So the ability to, we've got the careers page now.
Oh, I know.
You
Yeah.
just take the jobs and integrate them into your pre-existing website. So you copy a line of code into your website,
Yeah.
and it would then just pull the jobs through rather than like you using the whole careers page. Basically.
Yeah, and then see this I completely forgot about the new website editor. So pre 2024, this is V2 of the website editor.
Yes, correct.
And it's still that we've
I hate
identified it needs more.
Yeah, it
Doesn't
does
it?
my head.
Yeah.
It does my head.
It needs kind of somewhat scrapping and starting again.
Yeah, agreed.
Which is mad. Yeah, and obviously with the contact card, the ability to view a contact card, this was the first time you could send emails to contacts as well.
Right. Okay.
Advanced search was in here.
Was it advanced search?
So before that, how would you search the database? As in you couldn't.
No. Oh, you had a quick search.
You just typed in.
Oh, sorry, it's an update to advanced search.
Okay,
Right.
gonna say
so
this.
I feel like that was quite early on.
Yeah,
so
so
advanced search. I feel like was the summer before this jam.
yeah, so sorry, this says advanced search. So this is when we introduced the ability to query the salaries and the location.
Okay.
So before it was just keywords.
Keyword searching. I like that location search on candidates. I think it's one of our best features.
Mm.
Yeah.
Some people say it's my charming good looks, but I say it's sorry.
Yeah, so
yeah.
that was
that's
Jan.
a good one.
It's mad. There's a lot in there that you
I
forget.
just don't. Yeah.
And that was January.
That was Jan. That was Jan alone. Yeah.
Just Jan.
Yeah.
So what was Feb?
Feb talent
Strap
pools,
yourself in, guys. Talent pools. Okay.
which have now been
contact lists.
relabeled to lists.
There was someone in the chat the other day, actually. It's a really good
Lists.
point when you say talent pools. Someone came in for talent pools and they expected to have millions of candidates in that talent pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted a database of.
Yeah.
Well, on our pricing page, do we say talent?
Yeah,
pool?
we still do say talent
Right,
pools.
maybe
actually.
we just need to change that.
Change
Well,
that.
but I didn't. Yeah.
Would you expect that? Would you expect to see talent pools and then come in and be like, oh, there should be a list of candidates here for me?
I personally wouldn't, but then that's
I'd call that access to a
It's like database.
massive candidate
Yeah.
database.
Yeah.
We'd shout about that as well if we had like millions of candidates.
Yeah, we would. I was thinking though, I was like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because you then just end up everyone's peppering the same people.
I'm not on board with it personally. I
It's
think
interesting, isn't it?
I
I
think
think
a
we need
good
to work on our
recruiter will,
sourcing.
a good recruiter.
We need to
will
work on our
look at it.
sourcing. That's very different, I think,
Yeah.
to having a pre-existing database of like millions of candidates, right?
Yeah. I mean, people just want their lives easier, don't they? That's what
Yeah.
I'm here for.
Yeah.
I don't quite get it myself, but
But I suppose to a certain degree that is what LinkedIn is almost for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's
But-
that pre-existing database of candidates, right?
Mm.
It's kind of what LinkedIn make their money, I suppose. But
yeah. So this is weird. Gig Starter.
okay,
So we didn't even have Gig Starter.
we launched that this year. That sounds right.
Yeah. So we only had the one paid package at that point.
So we had our first paid for package.
was Gig Plus.
Release.
Gig Plus.
Oh yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Obviously, we launched with Gig Plus in October of 23,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but we didn't have the starter
And then we built
until
a starter.
We broke,
It's a bit of
I
a
can
stop.
remember why we broke that down because someone was like, "Oh, I just want the website bits."
yeah.
That was, people were asking us like just for the website domain or just for the website capability, but they didn't want to pay £40 for that. So we then spun off the Gig Starter, which is like, was it $9.99?
Yeah.
And that is mainly aimed at competing with a Wix.
Well,
or
it was
GoDaddy.
called Website Plus.
It was called
before,
Website Plus.
we still
before
have
that.
that.
Yeah.
So-
Which confused people.
But that was
as
only
well.
a Feb, right? So that's. And then we had a new CV parser was built in Feb as well.
Yeah.
It's
Great.
mad,
It's
so
a good
It's
feature.
the best
that one.
feature we've got in the
Best feature.
system.
Yeah.
That was actually, shouldn't skip over that because that was actually built off the back of a Travis disaster, wasn't it? A pending disaster. So we were originally doing our CV parsing via Adobe, right? It was Adobe tool, and we were on a free account, and we were getting to a limit where it was like we're going to now switch over to having to pay for this. So next month we've got so many CVs coming through, we're going to have to pay. And then what we were like, how many times did you reach out?
So many times.
You kept reaching out to Adobe, right? To try
Every
and
couple of days, pinging somebody new just to come back to me. Yeah.
remember, he was like, how mad is this? I'm chasing them to be like, we want to spend money with you, and I'm getting nothing back. Like, it just seemed ludicrous. And then when we didn't even get a response. We found in the depths of the internet, didn't we, what the costing is, and you go straight from free to their like enterprise package, which is 25 grand a month.
A year. Yeah, 25 grand a year.
25 grand a year.
Right. Still though, that is that is
Crazy.
So we were about
That's
to
a
flip
ridiculous
from.
figure.
Was it paid 12 months in advance, or was it?
Yeah.
So-
It was pay annually. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were about to give it up 25 grand.
Yeah.
At which point I said to Samwise,
We need something.
probably need to sort that.
Yeah.
So he went to work, and hey presto, we now have a CV parser which is better than.
Than before.
Yeah, it works a lot better.
Yeah,
That's
definitely,
really
definitely
good.
does work a lot better than the Adobe.
It's
The
good
Adobe
at
one did, yeah.
extracting everything.
Yeah, and obviously with that was the first time we could pass Word documents as well. Before it was just PDFs.
Word documents, different languages.
Yeah.
all sorts came with that. That was good. That was a really good update.
Yeah. Mass add, mass remove. Oh, that's from Talent Pool.
Okay.
Shortlist a candidate to a job that was introduced as well.
Nice.
Yeah, nothing.
That feature needs a bit of work.
Shortlisting, yeah,
Shortlisting it.
it just
That
needs
needs to be clearer.
readdressing really, but
Yeah.
that's your highlights for Feb. Going into
Exciting stuff.
yeah, March was a bit slower actually. It looks like
No.
mass CV
What are
pass,
you playing in?
I was going to ask when the mass CV
mass CV pass. So I think that's a helpful feature.
What, Mass CV
Mass
pass?
CV pass, yeah.
Yeah, it is good. The Mass CV pass just it plays on my mind all the time though. I just panic about it not working. I was panicking yesterday, wasn't I?
Yeah,
And you were like, it's working fine.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I panic about that feature.
in what this is
It
not
just doesn't work. Yeah, that just like because there was okay. So what ruined Mass CV pass is we added duplication.
Right.
So we added the duplication to the platform,
Yeah.
to Giig, to try and stop duplicate candidates going into the system. And that broke the mass CV parser, because part of the duplication process is we check the email. So we check the candidate's email to see if there's a match. And what the mass CV parser did is it took a blank email as an email. So it put one candidate in with a blank, and then any other candidate you tried to chuck in with a blank email, no email, it would flag as duplicate.
Right, yeah.
So all of a sudden, people were putting mass data into the CV parser, and it was like, blah, 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 not pulling anything.
Yeah.
So we had to panic, then we had to rewrite it. So like, it's just always moving. There's always a moving target.
Yeah.
You put some feature in, you're like, oh, that's going to be all right in there. And then next week, you've added something else, and that thing shat itself, and it's like, so.
Yeah, and we've had issues over the course of the year as well, where we've improved the CV parsing.
Yes.
We've improved that process, but because effectively CV parser and mass CV parser are two separate functions, it's like, oh, well, we've done that there. We need to now go and do that over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never like perfectly like transferred the functionality across, because it's so much more complex, right? It's got to do it 100 times.
But that mass CV parse tool also opened up it opened up a huge angle for us, because before that we had people coming to us like, oh, I've got 20,000 candidates. Can I bring that over from whatever competitor they're at?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh shit, no, you can't, because we're going to have to parse one CV at a time, and we're going to be here forever. Whereas now the user can do 100, you on the back end can do 1,000 CVs a time. So not only is that a good feature for the user to save them time, it also helps in us bringing people over to Giig.
Yeah.
Because they can go, okay, I'm coming with 10,000 candidates. We go, hey presto,
Yeah.
Sammy Snake.
It still takes a while to do 1,000.
Yeah,
but
but nowhere near as one by one.
Yeah, one by one.
The animals came in.
No,
Like
you know what? I think it was probably in between Feb and March. Remember us growth hacking somebody? It was like,
Yes.
oh, they got 500.
Yeah.
And I spent like, just opened up loads of tabs and just like dragged in.
Oh yeah,
every
yeah.
time.
What you mean when we didn't have the mass CV?
Yeah.
We just had bags of tabs open, and we were just dropping one CV in each tab.
Yeah.
Yeah, blimey.
That was before a lot of things like limits and
Yeah.
I think I can't remember when the security come. Oh, see, update security policies in here as well. So I must have updated the security after that, so you can't now dump loads of tabs. Have you tried dumping loads of tabs?
No.
No, you can't do it.
Right. Okay.
So tab 1 will crash if you try to dump into tab 2.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, to stop what I did basically.
Yeah.
Because also it got you around the CV limits as well.
Right. Okay.
Because each tab had like its own count at that point.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know if anyone?
I don't
Well,
know, but I worked it out at that point, so I was like, oh, I can't have this.
Yeah.
Because it could be happening and we just don't know. Yeah, that was also updated sessions, so we now have control of sessions. But irrelevant. So into April then, what did we have? Job quick match.
Okay. Gino's favourite feature.
Needs some work.
Yeah,
still.
definitely needs some work.
But again, there's plans to improve that, right? It's just about time.
Yeah.
So we want to do like how much of a match is this candidate for the job?
I was going to say, yeah. It'll pull candidates relevant for that job, but the next stage is like give a percentage of how accurately that candidate matches that job.
Yeah.
So it's a 70% match or an 80% match.
Yeah.
But again, there's lots of moving parts to that as well.
Yes. Yeah.
There's lots of moving parts to that, like how you give relevancy to a candidate, because it's like, okay, you could say, how many times can you find the keyword in the CV? Okay, we can find the keyword 10 times, but what if that is 10 years ago?
Yes.
Like that.
Oh, there's so many aspects.
Yeah, that's a
like
big moving target.
If the job title is exactly the same match.
Yeah.
Like, is that a 10%? Well, like, how much percent does that get? Is that like a 50% match?
How much weight does it have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could get carried away with that.
Yeah. It's quite. It seems quite simple, but it's quite complex to be accurate. And that's like we've got a plan for the job creation, but the quick match is an issue for us. Is a technical debt for us with the job creation, because we need so many like data points to try and find the candidates that match.
I see. You turn that off, and it
Yeah. So like we've got tags and skills now.
it ruins the
But
quick
if you
match
turn
if you don't
those
have
two
it.
off,
Yeah. Okay.
and it turns off like searchability and things like that. And then, so in here, see, the advanced search comes in April. We're in April. Yeah, so I presume, again, can't really remember, but it says the ability to search jobs, contacts, and companies. So prior to April, we might have only been able to do candidates.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right. So now you can search everything.
So that seems mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
only came so recently.
Yeah. That seems to be.
When did we start doing the big stuff? Because I feel like there's loads of big features that we've not
Big
even. Like,
stuff
I've got some big stuff in my head. I'm like, you're not even touched on any of what I would call.
I was going to ask, what's your favourite feature that's been built this year?
What a section of the podcast.
Yeah.
What's your favourite feature? I think the one I've got in my head is the ability, and this is not actually like people will be like it's a basic feature, but the ability to integrate Gmail into the platform.
Right, okay.
The ability to integrate a Gmail account into the platform, just purely because how much aggro that was.
Oh, so painful.
It was like
with Google not coming.
We'd get an approval, the hoops we had to jump through
Google approval.
But yeah, Google approval. We needed Google approval. Where did that come from?
That's from one of your videos.
Yeah, Google approval.
With Google approval, you were getting it wrong. Yeah.
So basically, with Giig, on the free version of Giig, you can integrate your email if you are an Office 365 user or a Gmail user. And it will then basically, once you've connected your email up, it will track all the emails between your client, yourself and your clients and your candidates. So all that communication is tracked. And we got approval from Microsoft fairly quickly, I'd say, a couple of weeks. And we were like, Google will be the same. And it took us, how long? 4 months, would you say?
Ages.
It took us a long time to jump through all the hoops.
Yeah.
So that was a good feature for me, because I was like, once that came in and you called us up, didn't you? And you were like, we're approved. I was like, that was so painful.
Yeah. Celebration.
You know what, as well? Like, I was just trying to find when that was, because that's a yearly process.
Yeah. You have to do that every year. I'm going to say it's the summertime.
Well, we'll see. We're in May, so.
Well, it's like, did you start that now, ready for the?
I've started now, yeah.
That's the thing, right? This time round, we can't afford to let it slip.
Oh,
so many people.
Hell
no.
And we get the joy of going back around Google approval again when we want to do calendar integration. So we've got the whole thing again.
Yeah.
But what about you boys? Any
CV parser?
Oh, CV parser.
No, mine's a bit of a cop out. I actually I am a massive fan of the LinkedIn Chrome extension.
The Chrome extension. It's the big obvious one.
I like it a lot. So maybe that's
what do you like. What do you like about it?
I just think it's a great time-saving tool. There's a lot of time-saving features in there, but I just think, I don't know, get your little G up top right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I love it.
Would you say it's
your
precious?
profile? It's my precious.
Your precious feature?
Stop it.
When you said you get the little G in the top right, I was like, Giig or?
Yeah, so that'd be mine.
Yeah, I'll be honest, like, all of the features keep me up at night.
What, because you're just so happy with all of them?
Oh, no. There's like, even like the LinkedIn Chrome extension, there's issues with it that we need to address.
Yeah.
That we know that we already need to do a V2, and like, if we were to do it again, what would we do differently?
Mm-hmm.
And I think every feature has that. I want to improve on, and it's just like about time. I look at it and I'm like, oh, if I was to do this again, I'd do this, and this, and it'd be like 2 seconds faster, and nobody would care, but I would.
When it comes to time, I told you've got your weekends.
Oh yeah,
you can get 48 hours there.
Forgot about the weekends.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, most underrated, like, my favourite feature is the reports, the tables.
The ones that don't exist yet.
Well, you got the ones on the dashboard.
Oh, the ones on the dashboard.
The ones on the dashboard, but the ones that don't exist yet for people exist for me.
Yeah.
And they're like a labour of love. Those are, and they're really technical, and I just love like filtering through the data and like pulling the right information out.
You were so chuffed with yourself when you came up with them.
Yeah.
Because you wasn't supposed to be doing that either.
Oh,
And I was like, how are we getting on with said feature? He was like, not started it. But
Project Sneaks.
look what I built over here, reports. I was like, this is not what we're doing.
Yeah.
He went down a massive rabbit hole. He was like,
absolutely love it.
he called it Samwise sidetrack. That's what he called it.
Samwise sidetrack.
He said, I've been on a Samwise sidetrack. And
So part of that's just the kind of work and complexities behind it.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
They
It kept me.
stuff that they love.
It kept me up though. It was like constantly thinking about it.
Yeah.
However long a day, get to bed, constantly thinking about it, go to sleep, can't sleep because I'm thinking about it.
Or you sometimes tell people about the weird dreams you have.
I sometimes dream about code.
Yeah.
Which is mad.
It's crazy.
You know what? I fixed custom domain in my sleep. Because we were struggling to get.
Because it was so easy.
we were struggling to get custom domains to work.
We were.
And I'm not even sure if I slept or what, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I was just like, oh, I wonder whether that'll work. Wrote it down. Next morning, it worked a dream like straight away. It was perfect.
Worked a dream.
Worked a dream.
I
Stop it. Stop it. That whole conversation then was just full of them.
Was it?
Yeah.
I have had weird situations with you where you're like thinking, where you're chatting to me as if we've done something, but we haven't done it, but he's done it in his
He
dream.
gets on the call. I had a dream last night, and you're like, "Where's this going?"
Yeah, and but genuinely does. Like I say it to him sometimes when he comes to me and he's all like sour grapes and he's like, "Oh, this isn't working. I can't do it. I'm like, "Go to bed, fix it in your sleep," because like there's something about him going away from stuff that his like mind just you know when people say like take yourself away from the problem, and like sometimes when you're too close to it you can't solve it. That definitely happens with you.
Yeah.
I'm like, go on a dog walk or do something, and you'll come back and you'll be like, oh, we can plug this into this and we can connect this to this and it's going to work. I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, 100% works.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating to walk away.
it's just frustrating to us, sorry.
To walk away.
Yeah.
Oh, when you can't fix a problem.
Yes.
You just can't
I
let
get
it
that.
go.
Yeah, you get that massive.
I get that. Yeah, I'm like, I have to finish it.
He come over once to help me with my bike, and I had a puncture. Long story short, by the time he left, I had 2 punctures. So he made it worse. He was fuming with himself. Like, we're losing light in the back garden, and like he pissed off, and he's like, because he wants to fix it, he's made it worse. And then he ended up going home. Then I get a WhatsApp, and he's pulled over on his way home. He was like, I pulled over on the side of the road, and I've just had a thought. And then he went into all this about how we could fix it. I was like, mate, just go home and try and get some sleep. Like, please just go home. So he's exactly the same. But yes. When were we in?
We're in May.
Oh, right.
We're only into May.
We might have to
After
jump
that
through.
sidetrack. Yeah, we'll skip, shall we?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
file storage coming in May.
okay.
It's a decent button to utilise.
I would say so.
This
I would say so. Yeah, I would say agreed.
Yeah.
We actually, to be fair, the story on file storage is we brought it in. We were chasing a golden egg. We had a small agency of 6, which would have been our first ever recruitment agency, and they were like, "We need file storage for our contacts." So we built that feature.
Yeah, we chased the shiny on that one.
We chased the shiny, and they didn't even come.
Yeah, they ignored us.
They let us down.
But yeah,
They did.
it happened.
But that is on that note, we do have now a selection of small agencies using the platform, and I would say that is a win. I was going to say that was one of my wins for 2024.
Yeah.
Is that we've actually got some small businesses
Yeah,
use the platform.
sure.
It's not just solos. It's actually there are a few teams.
So June brought automated emails. These are emails that are triggered at different points in the workflow.
I like
I
it.
like that.
Email templates.
Email templates that came with it. Yeah.
Email
sense.
attachments. There you go.
Yeah.
So it was very
Just
email heavy.
email focused.
Email
See,
heavy.
Google came after that because I remember that we had these 3 features that loads of our Gmail users couldn't use. They can't connect their email. So that's what was doing my head in. It's like we built all this automated email, bulk email template. I don't know. You're going to tell me.
Well, we're in
Well, this is
July.
all in a year anyway. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
Mad. We built tours.
Oh, they're
in
cool.
July.
Yeah,
So
they're
that's
cool.
actually, I love that little feature.
Oh,
I do.
Yeah.
That was a labour of love as well, tours.
Yeah.
I said that
People use those a lot as well.
Yeah, and I really like the way they work, and I said that like if all else fails, I'm taking tours and make it a separate product.
Yeah.
because I think they're amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. And if anyone doesn't understand what we mean by tours, it's basically inside the platform. There's a little icon in the top right, which is like the life buoy symbol. You click on that. There's a selection of tours, and the platform will guide you through how to use the product.
Yes.
It's just click and
self-service.
Yeah, but programmatically, I'm really proud with like how that works.
Right.
I really like that.
So you built a bit of code that you like.
I like it. And in July, reports.
Yay!
Yeah.
The feature no one asked for.
Yeah,
But he built it anyway.
I built it anyway. So between June and July is when I got sidetracked.
You was on your holidays, weren't you? June and July.
I was having a little. Careers pages were built in.
Careers
August.
page was good. Yeah, careers page, the ability to host your jobs on your own personalised page, I think is smart.
Must have missed out.
We've had a few people ask for the ability to customise the domain on their careers page.
Yeah.
So careers pages at the moment are hosted on Giig. Your careers page will direct someone to gighire.com/your account or your company name, right?
Yes.
And people have asked us, can we have www.myrecruitmentcompanycareers or whatever? So that might be something for next year.
Yeah. Again, it seems easy because we've already done custom domains. There's so much more complexity to it, especially as like careers pages linked to job boards. So it's like making sure the job boards are happy.
Yeah.
To send it to those custom domains as well.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So there's more complexities there, which is why I've not done it. The company pipeline was new in September.
I was going to say it feels recent.
New pipeline.
That's a good feature. Do you know that company pipeline, when I'm demoing the product to people, so the company pipeline allows you just to track, it's a drag and drop that allows you to track your leads, your company leads from like a prospect all the way through to when you've signed terms, they become a client. And I get loads of recruiters like, that's really cool. And you don't get it on many other CRMs.
Yeah. No, I quite like it.
There's loads more we could do with that as well,
Yeah.
in terms of automation. That's a good foundation to start some automation in there as well.
Yeah, that seemed pretty flat actually that month. To be fair, when was that?
There's a common theme there about these flat months.
Yeah.
I was wondering where Employee of the Year was going to go, but you're doing your own report here, and it's not.
Yeah, I don't know where Chrome email actually come in because I can't find it. But
We've not got it.
because we're into November now.
Yeah, it was before November.
September.
I'm going to say
I missed out October entirely. Right.
I'm going to say email was around the same time as tours. That's what I'm going to say.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it was in and around there.
Oh well, I was focusing on reports. I wrote reports and tours.
Yeah.
Ready Set Chrome in November.
Ready, set, Chrome.
Yeah,
There you go. That's your favourite.
That was the 13th November, so it's not very old at this point.
No.
Do you know what I like about a Chrome extension as well is I've seen again some of the competitors ones that just allow, say, like candidates, whereas we can do candidates, companies, jobs, and contacts. And I think we need to get better at promoting that because people don't realise.
Yes.
So I jumped on a demo, not a demo, like an onboarding call with a fairly new user this week, and she was like, "Oh, cool! I want to add my jobs into Giig." And she was like, how do I do it? Do I start adding clients and adding jobs? I was like, you can do, or we could do it via Chrome. And she was like, can you? And then when we just were there, like pulling the company and job information straight from LinkedIn.
Yeah, nice.
And she was like,
That's cool.
She was impressed with that, but again, she just like didn't realise it.
Yeah.
Could happen.
It's so easy to overlook them when you overlook those features when you work with it constantly as well.
Yes.
Yeah, again, that Chrome extension is going to be so much more powerful than it already is. Like the
Nice.
plans
Yeah.
for early next year that we've got in the works,
I
are
think
going to take it.
if it could like pull contact information,
Yeah,
that would be
you have to go to the right place. Right?
You do have to go to the right place.
Yeah, so it's a bit annoying at the moment. It's perhaps a bit subpar pulling information, but pulling like contact information.
Yeah.
All the others have like some sort of like go and get that information.
Not
So we
all
need
the
to work on, but we need to work on that. We know that's something.
I know that one of our competitors definitely does because we had someone in the chat this week saying they were comparing us and them, didn't they? And what they liked about the Chrome extension for the other one was that it pulls that
Gets that
contact information from somewhere. Yeah.
So November was also external job boards. So that was a big feature.
Yeah, that is a big feature. Needs work again though, I would say.
Needs work.
Yeah, we'll keep looking at increasing the number of job boards we integrate with
Yeah.
as well.
Where are we at with the likes of CV Library? Because they were close to.
Yeah. So CV Library's in the works. Read's in the works.
Oh, so they're still in the works.
Yeah.
Oh right, it's all got a bit quiet on that front. On that.
Oh yeah, because that's like it's on me, isn't it?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're too busy building reports. I was like,
Yeah.
you're all right.
I've
Do
been
I
reaching
reply
out
to this
some as
email
well.
or do I do reports?
Right, okay. Yeah. The other thing is we need to ring that lady at team because one of us should ring her because Andy said, I said to you about this, I was like, this is one that you could take off my plate. One of us needs to call her for sure.
the team have the connection to the job boards. You're looking at me blankly.
Oh yeah.
And they
Of
said
course,
they'd
that
do
makes
it.
sense. We've been talking about job boards.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I can do
They
that.
said they'd do as an intro to the job boards that we were struggling to get hold of to do the connection.
Yeah. We can.
We'll have blacklist a company in November.
Okay.
Which is not a huge feature, but could be useful.
Yeah. Ties in nicely with the GDPR stuff we've literally just put up.
Yeah. And then we've got.
You got another hair.
Don't attack me.
No, bloody
Don't
hell.
attack me again.
So I just got a big head.
Should have got poor at shaving.
Yeah.
I should have left me Samwise beard on, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
We improved workflow just recently, end of November. Mass deleting of contacts, mass deleting of candidates. We rebuilt the company contact candidate databases.
Say that again. Rebuilt the what?
The databases.
We did. Okay, but that's something that the end user will never know.
Wouldn't care about.
Well, not they wouldn't care. There's no way for them to tell that we've done that work.
Right. So let's say you had like 10,000 candidates. Before it might have taken 20 seconds to load. Now it takes 2 seconds.
Yeah. So we basically sped up the day. Yeah, you care.
I care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
It would annoy them if it was 20 seconds.
That's the point.
But
But
don't
they
care
would
that it's
never
not
say. They would never jump on and be like, "Oh, this is quick."
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what? You say that though, but some people do.
Yeah, I guess
Some people do say it's so quick, and like some guys that we're building some features for at the moment, they use another system, and they're looking at coming over to us in the new year, depending on a couple of features that we're trying to get out, and they're like, "This is so much smoother than what we use today, like in
nice.
terms of just like the fluidity of the system."
Yeah, nice.
So that's
I think a good thing to go into as well is like what are our top 5 features coming out in the new year, or what are our kind of plans.
If Samwise has his way, reports.
Just gonna report whatever.
And the last push is the temp workflow.
Nice.
The
Which
reports.
we spoke about in the Christmas special, which was ages ago we recorded that.
Yeah.
And then the little features that are coming next week.
Like the little micro adjustments.
Yeah, mini micros. No, that's cool. Next year, so if we talk about 2025, actually, just before we do talk about 2025, any little highlights from you? I was just like, is there any little highlights or things this year that you're like, that's cool? Either of you? Obviously, we've done it on platform, but
Oh, this is like that. This is like episode 2 when you said how was your weekend, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
don't know.
You know what? From
Well,
from my side, it's like how the content continues to grow.
Yeah, content's been good.
Yeah. I was going to say growth as well. Just how we've continued to grow month on month.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. And where now I'm jumping on God knows how many demos a week, and the consensus is like people love what we're doing, and they buy into us and what we're building, and like how we come across, because we're quite natural. We don't pretend to be people. Like we don't pretend
to be people.
because we don't know.
We're three characters with Samwise Gollumn at the front.
We're not people.
We don't pretend to be people.
We're fictional characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christ.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying anyway.
Yeah.
I like that. I like people. I like the kind of validation of what we're building, basically.
Well, I think the Trustpilot has been big for us this year. That's one of the things I like. 152 reviews plays into your point there about the validation behind what we're building. Like, 152 reviews. We've only got one star, and that's because you built a crap feature, and I've had to deal with the backlash of it as per usual.
What was that for?
No, it was the lady that got. To be fair, it was my fault. It was the lady that got confused because when we first did the careers page, I'd worded it as job board. So you get your own personal job board. So she put all her jobs on her careers page, expecting candidates to come through, and she left us a bad review, basically saying that she didn't receive any candidates. So to be fair to her, I can kind of see how she got confused, because also English wasn't her first language. So she's come along, seen something that's advertised as job board, and yeah, that's when we made the switch to careers page.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of fair. So that's on us a little bit, on me. And so the Trustpilot, I think the growth's been good. I think the content's been good. I think the affiliate scheme, I'd like to get more out of that next year.
Yeah, I think we've got it into a position now where we can scale it. It's manageable.
Yeah, well,
It's more efficient.
If Lauren, I was sending Lauren stats to her the other day. If she gets all of the people that she's got as referrals to pay, she'll be making more money than a Giig subscription cost her.
Oh yeah, quite comfortably.
Yeah, she's not going to retire on it, but
Yeah,
it's a little plus. So like for me, like affiliate scheme's good. The Trustpilot reviews page I think is good. The content's been good. Starting this has been good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets better.
It's been alright.
Well, you've only done 2 episodes. Oh, 3. You've done 3. Yeah, you've only done a couple of episodes. But yeah, okay, 20 and sorry, the partnerships with Tim. We've actually got another potential one as well coming. As well, for the new year.
Which we can wait until it
The new year. Had a conversation with them yesterday.
gets over the line.
But yeah, another little one, which I don't think will conflict with Team actually. Like another kind of service provider within. Someone we met at the meeting have said we could potentially do it.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, nice.
I'm in the dark on that one.
You're in the dark on that
Well,
one.
I think I am.
Oh right, yeah, I'll tell you both after. I'm doing stuff in the background that you.
Blimey, Project Sneaks.
Yeah, well, I'm just because I'm out here grafting and you two aren't. But yeah, 2025. I mean, we've done an hour. But any.
We can cut a bit out where we were talking about Lucy.
Oh, look, Shan.
There
she is again. How many times this episode? That must be 3.
We get it, right?
Yeah, God. You got a missus? You should have. I can't believe you didn't put that on your highlights in 2025. That you've got a missus. You just completely ignored all that. Yeah.
You said 2025 again.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, what was your
Why
decision?
obsessed with 25? I can't.
Wishing a year away.
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
Well, one day I'll listen back to these podcasts and I'll cry myself to sleep.
Because she's your ex.
Yeah.
Keep talking about it, so
She's weirded out by it. You've mentioned me one too many times, so it's over.
getting weird.
Right.
Oh dear. For me, just quickly, 2025 feature-wise, I think the big things that people have been asking us for, customization. Customization will come next year. Has to come next year. Tasks and reminders, another huge one that we don't have.
Yeah.
Which also ties quite nicely into calendar integrations, which I know is a different beast, but being able to set a task and reminder and then send it to your calendar or send a meeting from Giig to your calendar. You rolled your eyes at me then as if to say, I know the work that comes with that.
Yeah.
And formatted CVs next year. This hair is really bugging me, man. Is that attached to you?
Get away.
Formatted.
Get it, all right?
Formatted CVs.
Should we bully him?
Yeah.
So I'll tell Lucy.
Formatted TVs is a good
Formatted CVs is a good one. So like we've got the CV parsing, so that pulls all the data out of the CV, extracts the data, and then we're going to be able to put that into a formatted CV that's going to have your brand, your company logo, all the trimmings on it. So they're the things I want to come next year.
Yeah.
Watch this space.
Oh, I hate that phrase.
And there's more.
Do you?
Yeah, I hate that phrase.
Space this watch.
When have you ever seen anyone that says "watch this space" actually do well?
What space? What are we looking at?
But you see it, they go, "Watch this space," and then you never hear them again. We'll still watch it. Fixed it. Yeah. So that's the end of Giig. Might as well pack it in. Gollum's ruined it.
No, well, exciting times ahead, I think.
I think so. Yeah. And do you know what? Like, if you summarise, we've obviously pivoted to build this product in the last 2 years, and I would say it's moving in a really good direction. So long may that continue.
Yes.
Long may that continue, and I look forward to 2025 wrapped because apparently all I'm focused on is 2025 anyway. So by the time that one comes around, I'll be on the nose.
Tidy.
Nice work, boys.
Sweet.
So do I now? Am I now changing my jumper for another episode?
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah, if you
Do another one.
if you change pants. We mentioned Sarah's pants in this episode, didn't we? That wasn't that good. Was that this
You're
episode?
welcome, Sherds.
Sarah's pants.
Yes.
Did we mention Lucy in this episode?
There's another label down there.
What does it say, Lucy? On it?
Yeah,
Your boss at recruitment and you're going alone. You've got your LinkedIn account and your mobile phone. You've got the candidates
yeah, good.
Good year though,
playing
chaps.
hard to
Yeah, good
get.
year.
Whether they'll call you next week or no, not yet. So much time of going to and fro. You
Good
get
year.
gone another
So go again.
Do you know what? I actually thought that episode was really good. I was worried that we might be a bit flat, but there was actually some really good laughs in there. I think.
You thought it was going to be a bit flat because I was wondering.
No, just because we had the general. I like the general chit chat rather than the
Candidates
no,
just
no,
take it a rest.
What time?